This man is drunk. Wait, am I drunk? I'm nobody. Yes, you do have a problem. God's got this. No, I got this. You're stupid. You're dumb. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a son. I'm a leader. I am Marcus J. Scott. I'm Marcus J. Scott, author of The Drunken Preacher, here to encourage critical thinking, social awareness, advocate growth, resilience, provide hope, and help you find faith. What up, what up, what up? And welcome to another edition of the Drunken Preacher Podcast. I'm Marcus J. Scott, and I'm so sorry I was not able to get my mom on this week. Our schedule just did not match up, and so I'm going to make sure I get her on. I know you're going to enjoy that one, but you know, this is still a good one because something I've been dealing with here lately. First of all, I'm super excited about what God has done in my life recently. Has opened up many doors, and man, I tell you, I'm actually on that next level. I talk about going to the next level. Well, I think I'm on it, and the scary part is, have you ever felt like your calling was heavier than your capacity? Yeah, let me say that again. Have you ever felt like your calling was heavier than your capacity? Meaning, have you ever felt like called to something, or God told you to do something, or you felt like you're supposed to go a certain direction, but then you said, I'm not sure if I'm qualified enough. I don't know if I can handle that. Or God, you sure that's what you want me to do? I mean, I'm not sure if I'm that equipped. I'm not sure if I can handle it. I'm not sure if I'm good enough. Or how are people gonna look at me? You know, the first thought comes to mind is Moses. Moses, he told Moses, "Hey, I need you to go and tell Pharaoh to let my people." And he said, "You sure you want me? I mean, you talking about me? I'm supposed to lead the people. I'm supposed to be the one to do everything, to lead the people. Go to Pharaoh, go talk. Well, first of all, I got a speech impediment. How am I supposed to do that? And who am I supposed to tell them who sent me? Like, I don't believe that it's me. It's too much. I got some faults and some failures. I got some things that don't qualify me to do the job. But have you ever felt like that? I mean, think about that for a moment. There's times when we get called to do something and we start second guessing ourselves. But I want to ask you this. Are you focused more on what you can't do or what God can do? Yeah, think about that for a moment. A lot of times we get so into self and thinking about the what we don't have. We don't have enough money. We don't have the ability. We can't speak well. We never done it before. We start thinking about all the reasons why we can't do something if we're called. And my question to you is, but do you think God can? If God called you, do you think he can? Do you think he can provide for you? Do you think he can give you the ability to? And so instead of focusing on what we don't have, why don't we focus on the one who's with us? And that's God. Especially if it's your calling, right? One of my mentors always says this: God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the call. Mm. Let me say that one more time. God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the call. That means you don't have to be qualified to do a specific thing that God wants you to do, but he qualifies the call. So once he calls you, that makes you qualified. That makes you the person for the job. That makes you the one he chose to do it. And to be honest, a lot of times he chooses the ones that don't feel like they're qualified or that are not as equipped because he wants to get the glory. He wants to be the one that says, or for you to say, it was nobody but God. I know I couldn't do this certain thing, but the only way it got done was because because of God. It was nobody but God. He wants to be able to get the glory so that you can say it was nobody but God. And so we have to stop focusing on what we don't have. We have to stop focusing on I'm not qualified enough. We have to stop focusing on I don't have it all together. I made all these mistakes in the past. I made these bad decisions. I haven't gotten the degree yet. I haven't gone to school for that. I've never been over, people before. I've never managed that amount of money. I've never done it that way before. And start looking at the one who gives us the strength. Start looking at the one who called us to do it in the first place. Start focusing on the one who gives us the strength. And then start taking it one moment at a time. And so there's a couple things that I want to share with you that you can take away that may start to change your perspective or give you some encouragement or direction on how we ought to focus on moving forward. And the first one is we have to shift our perspective. Yeah, we have to shift our perspective. Instead of asking, am I enough? Start asking, is God with me? Yeah. Instead of saying, am I enough? Start asking, is God with me? Just recently, I was running for a director's position for our association, and we have a pretty large association. In fact, it's the sixth largest association in the country. And after our merger, and I really was thinking, there's a lot of people, and I'm not sure there's a lot of people that's on this ballot, and I wasn't even one of the ones that they recommended to be a director. Yeah, check this out. So I wasn't one of the people that they recommended, hey, this guy should be a director. This person should be, this is who you need to vote for. So they had 7 people that said, these are the people you need to vote for. Vote for these people because they are the best qualified people to take the job. Now I was thinking in my head, first of all, I'm not one of the recommended candidates. And so all these other candidates, whether they had more time, in real estate than me, or had more certifications, or had been in certain positions, but apparently they were chosen as the preferred candidates because they were supposedly more qualified than me, and they very well may have been. But God saw fit for me to be in the position. Mm. God saw fit for me to be in the position. And here it is. I'm thinking, man, I don't know. And then I get chosen. And so now I have to ask myself, not am I good enough, but is God with me? Is God with me? And most of you who follow me, I believe God is with me because I wake up every morning and the first thing that I do is I go to him. God, first of all, thank you for waking me up. But what's my assignment for the day? What's my assignment for this week? What's my assignment for the month? What would you have me to do? What direction would you have me to go? And so I'm always making sure that I'm with God. You know, First of all, we ask ourselves, I just told you, ask ourselves, is God with us? Well, the answer is definitely, yeah, he with us. The question I guess we should be asking, are we with him? Mm. Yeah, are we with him? Not the other way around, like, oh, come on, God, let's go this way. No, God, which way would you have me to go? Let me follow you. And so the question ought to be, are you with God? Yeah, we might not have the credentials. Yeah, we might not have all the accolades. Yeah, we might not have the most money or the most resources or the most influential friends, but are we with God? So that's the first thing we need to look at. The second thing is break the vision into steps. Yeah, break the vision down into steps. You don't have to carry the whole calling at once. Just take one obedient step at a time. One obedient step at a time. And so I just got through telling you, I wake up in the morning and say, God, what would you have me to do today? When he told Abraham to go up and sacrifice his son, like, he didn't give him the whole picture. He was like, yeah, just go up to this mountain and take your son and sacrifice him. What? So you're not gonna give me the whole? You're not gonna give me everything? What's gonna happen? Not the whole picture. Not A B C D E F G 1 2 3 4 5 6. No, he had to have enough faith and say, okay, God said go this route, and so let's start the journey. Let's start one step at a time. And so we have to start the journey one step, one obedient step at a time. And a lot of times we get sidetracked because when we start the path, we might start it. It might be scared to be to start, but then we come to a hole or a detour in the road or something comes up and we get scared and we turn back around and run. Or we don't consult God and say, okay, now that I'm here, God, now what would you have me to do? No, we decide to take it to our own. Well, I made it this far, so I must need to go to the left. Or I must need to go up or go down and not consult God. And so we need to take one obedient step at a time, not just taking our own steps, but moving forward and taking one obedient step at a time. And then we have to embrace vulnerability. It's okay to say, I don't know, I need help. So we have to have humility. We have to say to ourselves, you know what? I'm not sure about this one. And then God will begin to put people in our lives, which leads to our next one. But we have to be able to say before we even look at people, I don't know. Don't try to always do it yourself. I'm reminded of a story, husband and wife, they're riding in the car together. And the wife said, hey, let's pull over and ask somebody, which direction we need to go to finish the journey. And the husband says, no, I got it. And he keeps driving. She says, you might want to stop and ask these people, which way do we need to go? He says, no, I got it. And he keeps driving and he keeps driving and he keeps driving. And she finally says, well, let's stop and ask these people where to go. And he says, well, maybe we should, but you said we should ask these people. Yeah, because these are the same people we done passed 3 times. He wouldn't admit that he was lost. He just wanted to keep driving, even though he was driving in circles. Sometimes we're driving in circles and not even admitting, I don't know. We just want to keep doing it in hopes that we find the right way. Are you just driving around in circles? Are you doing something over and over and over again, thinking that it's going to work? They call that insanity, doing something over and over again, doing something over and over again, expecting different results. I mean, stop for a moment and say, I don't know. I need help. God, give me some help. Give me guidance. Give me understanding, which leads to our next one. Find a support system. Moses had Aaron. You need people around you that would help you. I talk about this often. You might hear me say this, and I've said this story before. I had a mentor give me a book called Who Not How. And the base of that book is not trying to figure out how to do something, but finding the who to help you get it done. When I was writing my book, I tell you, it took me 10 years to finish my book. It took me 10 years to finish my book. 9 of those years, I was trying to write and focus, putting it down, picking it up, putting it down. I kept going back to the drawing board, doing it over here, doing it sometimes there. And in finding the right person who knew how to put my thoughts in order, put my book together, pull some other stuff out of me that needed to be put into the book, made some adjustments. The person knew what they were doing. She knew what she was doing. She had written books before. She had helped others write books before. She had published books before. And so it wasn't a matter of trying to figure out how to do it. I had to find me a who. I had to find me somebody who would help me finish writing the book. And so in the time frame that I found the who, we got it done in about a year and a little over a year. And so for 9 years, I tried doing it on my own. For 9 years, I tried to struggle and try to figure out how to do it when all I had to do was find me a who. Do you have a who in your life? Do you have a network of people or a person that you can go to and call for help? And if you don't, the first thing you need to do is ask God to send you somebody. Yeah, ask God to send you somebody. Now, more than likely, if He's called you, the somebody is probably already in your circle or you have a connection with. Sometimes we just don't look at that person as being the help. Sometimes we don't look at that person as being the one who could help us. And sometimes that person is right there in front of our face, right in our circle, right in our family, right in our friendship circle. They're close to us, but we just are not acknowledging that that's probably the person that God wants to use to help us. And so we got to get in the right circle. We've got to find the right support system. And then lastly, remember the why. The calling is about serving people, not proving yourself. Keep the mission in front of you. You know, one of the pastors I look up to, he says, mission over mood. Yeah, mission over mood. Remember the why. The why is always the mission. That's always the focus. And a lot of times we start to get in our feelings and we don't focus on the mission. We get in our moods. You know, I come from a military background where I served in the military. And when there is a mission on the line, it doesn't matter about anything else. Focus on the mission. Your feelings about feeling like wanting to go, feeling like I don't know, feeling like you don't want it, nothing else matters but the mission. And when we look at it from a biblical standpoint, Jesus was always focused on the mission. In fact, there were times when Jesus didn't want to go to the cross. I'm not sure if you remember, but he said, God, I don't want to do this. Not my will, but your will be done. He didn't want to go to the cross. I mean, to suffer for people that, I mean, sometimes we act like we don't care. He knew this, and he would be the one to have to suffer. But the mission of dying on the cross was more important than how he was feeling at the time. We have to stop saying, well, I don't feel like it, or I'm tired today, or, you know, this just happened to me. It's about the mission. Are you focused on the mission, the why you were called? Why did God choose you? Why were you chosen to do what needed to be done? God chose you for a reason. And so you have to focus on the mission. You have to realize what the why is. And the why is the mission. Whatever that mission is. And that mission could be critical to somebody else's life being saved. That mission could be critical to somebody else getting the help that they need. That mission could be critical to somebody else not losing their life. Or that mission could be so critical, that mission could be for the person who will save thousands and millions of other people. What's the why? Let's focus on the why. So the next time you feel like your calling is beyond your capacity, take a moment. Think to yourself, I may not be able to have all the answers, but I know who does. God does. Next time you think to yourself, I'm not that qualified, or I'm not good enough, or I have this in my past, or I don't know all the answers. Think to yourself, God is with me. God called me for this. And just because I don't believe I'm qualified, he qualified my call. And so therefore I'm worthy to go. Even in my weakness, even in my dark moments, even in the times where I don't think I'm good enough or I didn't make all the right decisions, he still chose me. And so I'm going to focus on my call and move forward. All right, that's our time for today, man. I tell you, I enjoy talking to you. I enjoy this time sharing with you, man. I am always super excited about what God is doing, not in my life, but also in yours. Those who follow me, make sure you share, subscribe, and like. Make sure you share, subscribe, and like. You know, a lot of times we think that we can't. I didn't think that it was possible for me to do this podcast, but somebody pushed me. In fact, the person who pushed and helped me to write the book pushed me to do this podcast. I was like, I don't know if I could do it. But I've been consistent in doing this podcast, and not on my own will or power. Not on my own will, not on my own power. But because of God that I'm still doing this podcast, and we got a lot of great things coming up. He's been opening doors, and so I'm super excited to be here with you. Make sure you subscribe to Marcus J. Scott 4040, Marcus J. Scott 4040. Tell a friend, share it with a friend. And man, I'll see you next time. Remember, always have a heart of gratitude and the strength to keep moving forward. God bless you.
Drunken Preacher.